Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
This Top 10 intro is brought to you by VectorStar Productions.
You know what's great? Some good old Mayro music. Aw yeah, today we're counting down my 10 favorite Mario songs from the 80s. I'm only counting the songs from the big core games and remixes of songs only from those core games. These include Super Mario Bros. 1 through 3 and Super Mario Land. Your favorite tunes probably aren't all on this list. Music is one of the most subjective pieces of media out there. So, I'm so sorry if you're salty after this. Not really. So, without further ado, let's-a go!
Number 10.
How can you go wrong with the most classic video game tune of all time? The Overworld theme feels very open and it just sticks with you. There's something about the upbeat melody combined with a kick that makes the experience feel very chill and relaxing. This tune for me is infectious, but is quite frankly running a little dry in terms of how much I enjoy listening to it. There's not much I can do to combat that though. I mean, everyone has heard this song anywhere from once to thousands of times. I'm not even exaggerating there. You know it's the truth. I think people enjoy this song because the first couple seconds are filled with a burst of excitement. The pace slows down only slightly for the rest of the song, but it keeps you hooked. There's a few different melodies within the whole theme, and they all flow so well together.
Number 9.
Super Mario Bros. 2 feels very relaxing. You're just going around gardening for turnips and throwing big ol' rocks to knock enemies out of your path. I called Pal Blocks rocks. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, when you get to Birdo or any of the bosses, man does it get real. The music goes from soothing to intense. You feel like you've endured so much madness, and then this pink blob or hip mouse gets in your way. You're running around picking up some eggs and throwing them back, and the tune makes the experience feel like a rush. Better not get hit. Watch out, man. Move fast. Throw that gravity-defying egg right back at her. I've noticed that the pitch never gets to an extremely high note. It only slightly moves from high to low, and it teases that it will move to a peak, but it never does. What's interesting is that the song is louder than the other tunes in the game. You can't really hear the sound effects from Birdo or Mario/Luigi/Peach/Toad during their fights. I believe this was intentional to zone in the player on the fight itself. The song's simplicity demonstrates the difficulty aspect for the bosses. You just gotta do it! Just do it!
Number 8.
While the tune is shorter than I would have expected it to be, it really makes you feel some tension. Your environment is nothing but black, surrounded by cold, colorless bricks and some steaming lava trying to burn you to a crisp. The beat is really fast-paced, especially for an NES title where there were some big limitations to what you could make. This song makes Mario feel very isolated. There's nobody but him in the castle. There's a lot of tough jumps and few to no enemies inside. It helps further motivate me as a player to find Bowser to not only defeat him with his poorly placed axe, but to see another life form to avoid being driven to insanity from the isolation. The fast-paced tune is even more satisfying when you defeat Bowser and hear the sounds of him falling and furthermore complete the stage. Because of this, the music naturally emancipates to a solid conclusion and it's really satisfying.
Number 7.
How can you go wrong with the Overworld theme from Super Mario Bros. 2? This tune is definitely unique in comparison to the other Mario tunes in this era. The melody and instruments sound almost more edgy than par usual. This helps set the tone for how different Mario Bros. 2 is from the other NES titles. And you know what? I really like it. I feel warm and blissful while running through the worlds. The main melody and kick complement each other throughout even though they both sound so different. The song is relatively fast-paced, but you don't feel the need to move so quickly. Super Mario Bros. 2 is a game where you can adventure and take your time, so it's really interesting how this tune can play quickly, but it doesn't change how you'll likely approach the game itself.
Number 6.
I had a hard time picking between the Mario Bros. 1 and 3 version of the underground theme. I had to go with 3 because it feels more action-packed. Going around exploring the underground gives a sense of depth and time to look around at your surroundings. The underground theme in Mario Bros. 3 has complexity in the song, unlike the simplicity of the Mario Bros. 1 version. The kick in this beat makes me feel like a badass, while the melody feels almost eerie and direct. The tempo makes me feel like I should be playing in a stealthy manner. Ugh. I gotta drop those Goombas down from the back and snipe some piranha plants with fireballs and stuff like that. I feel like Mario should be wearing a nice tuxedo and sunglasses while running around in the caves.
Number 5.
boss battle theme in Mario Bros. 3 is pretty good at getting your blood pumped up. The intro starts us with a tune that just makes you think, oh crap, here we go. And then it kicks off into an energetic piece that never stops. It's like a constant hype train. Hype! While this is intense, the pitch is rather high, which helps distinguish the difference between the Bowser fight and the Koopalink fights. Generally, higher tones make themes seem less threatening, but that's just not the case here, and that's brilliant. If I don't have a fire flower, I worry about knocking out the Koopalink without losing a life due to this tune.
Number 4.
You know, Super Mario Land's soundtrack, for the most part, sucks. It sucks a lot, actually. There are a couple tracks, though, including this one, that are just phenomenal, and you don't expect them to be so great. The melody is just really fun. It really puts you into a chipper mood. To describe the feeling in the form of a physical object, it's just like a beach. Everything about Muda Kingdom is just relaxing and really enjoyable. It's such a shame that most of the other tracks in this game weren't better. The overall song is pretty simple and basic, but that's what makes it so relaxing. There isn't a bunch of instruments going on all at once. You have the melody and maybe 2 backup instruments. I'm aware it's like that because it was on the Game Boy. It had its limitations. I quite frankly wouldn't want it any other way.
Number 3.
For most character selection screens, the last thing you think about is the music that accompanies it. For Super Mario Bros. 2, it's the highlight of the rather quick experience. This tune is so catchy that sometimes I'll just sit on the character screen and listen to this for a little bit before playing again. The melody is a motivation for me to keep playing the game, even if I'm not feeling all that great. There have been times where I'll constantly get stuck on one of the later levels and get frustrated after getting a game over, but I always come back to the game because I want to hear that character selection song again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. All the again. Everything about this song is happy going and just flat out encouraging. I feel like this song is singing some cheesy rap to me or talking to me about all the characters and how I should use them. I don't know why though. That's just my feels, okay? Don't mess with my feels. I got the feels.
Number 2.
Yeah, baby, another Super Mario Land song. This was very close to being number 1, honestly. Birabuto, I don't know. Birabuto Kingdom turns any cold hearts into warm ones, and it's just comforting to listen to. It's at a fast enough pace that it doesn't get old hearing over and over, and the high notes are at just the right point that it doesn't get annoying. You know, I really should play this game. I'm gonna have to emulate it, sadly, since Nintendo, for whatever reason, doesn't have it available on the 3DS eShop, but what could be better than this song? There's still a ton of great tunes out there. And now, the number 1 80s Mario song is... Nothing can go wrong with the second overworld theme in Mario Bros. 3. When I hear this song, I instantly think Mario. This is what he's all about. He's a fat old plumber running around, jumping on Goombas, saving a spoiled princess that doesn't deserve to be saved. I almost wish that this were the song that everyone and their mother knew instead of the overworld theme in Mario Bros. 1. This song to me has so much more charm, and I can't really pinpoint why. It's just very cheery sounding. The instruments all sound crisp and clear, and it's just catchy as all can be. And don't forget to like or dislike this video. Please feel free to leave a comment and tell me what your favorite 80s Mario songs are and why. Also, don't forget to hop on the Bandy wagon and follow my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Tumblr. I can't talk. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to enjoy your life without comparing it with that of another. Yo, 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 the top 10 Mario games. Definitely check that out, even though you really should be asleep. You're staying up way too late. Why do you gotta do that to yourself? You're just gonna be tired tomorrow. Also, top 10 easiest Mario 64 stars. That is the best top 10 ever. Also, a Let's Play of Contra. Wow, that's really neat. So make sure to check them all out and don't go to sleep yet.